It's been 84 years, but we're back, baby. That's right, the original two co-founders and showrunners of this fine website, videogame.town. We're back, we're podcasting. Summer vacation, summer break is over, even though it's August and still hot as balls. I'm the mayor, Jared Russo. I help run this cool video game town hall podcast, but alongside me is the man who does the bulk of the work, Grant Bruner.
I'm Video Game Town's cat herder.
We do have a lot of stray cats in town.
There's a lot of them. They need herding, and they don't want to be herded. Jared, you've been out. I keep referring to you as out in the Wild West in Montana. I would say like the middle of nowhere. Is that safe to say? It's big sky country? ?
I was in Las Vegas, then I was in Montana, then I was in Denver. Yeah, pretty much all Wild West.
You're roping and riding. You're kicking shit with your shit kickers.
Sure, if that's how you want to describe them.
That's how the Wild West works, right?
The Spurs, yes. Now, I know we generally talk about agriculture, and we talk about farming, and we talk about animals. Today, I wanted to talk about video games.
I mean, if you want to.
A little off the beaten
I guess
track.
we could go out of our way to talk about this weird niche hobby.
Yes. Grant, I have to start with a rant.
Okay.
All right, I gotta rev myself up for this.
Shake it out, Jared. Shake it out.
Me. Lo. I think Microsoft and Halo Studios not only fundamentally misunderstand what that game and series is, they might have ruined the franchise. I am so pissed off royally at this new campaign Evolved. They did not get the assignment. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there, but they kind of ruined Halo, and I'm mad.
So there's some stuff happening. Basically, it's total mismanagement. It was only able to ship because they dismantled the people doing the mainline Halo stuff. There was just a shitload of crunch by people who desperately wanted to make the thing run. And of course, it's exploiting your workers to make a thing, because otherwise your mismanagement would make it so this thing would never ship. But also, you know what ruins Halo more than anything else? Facilitating genocide. As Microsoft. Now, there's never been a better time to not give Microsoft your money than now. Boycott them.
Flames on the side of my face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when they originally announced this, when it was not even when they originally announced it, when it was rumored, I was like, why? Why are you doing this? This is pointless. Don't do that. I understand that you're going to constantly fire studios and get rid of employees and be shitty, but just because you're hiring new people does not mean you automatically have to just be like, well, Unreal Engine, it's the easiest, it's the cheapest, it's what the kids know. Those Halo games were all about their bespoke engines. This game it doesn't feel like Halo. It doesn't control like Halo. The enemy AI is not even close to what it was in 2001. The Warthog feels completely different. The guns sound completely wrong. They don't know what they're doing with sound mixing, like the music. The cutscene direction is abysmal. Just laughably bad from top to bottom, this game. It is a complete nothing burger. It is pointless. It is not worth $50. I have access to Game Pass. That's the only reason I touched it. The new levels are bad. I think they messed up the art direction in sort of porting this to a new engine. The melee's wrong. To me, it is almost as bad as The Last of Us Part 2, where you're like, boy, I know why the money people needed this to come out, but did anyone check their work when looking at this, from top down? Because boy, this is just classic mismanagement to a T. This game, I don't think it's selling that well on PlayStation. I think they need to stop if they're working on 2 or 3, cut it out, and just move on.
It's selling, or let me put it this way, it's on the charts and it's just fine. It's not I think lots of people here see one thing in a tweet somewhere and then they then extrapolate that to where it's not it's charting fine for a single player, because it doesn't have any of the multiplayer, right?
Correct. It only has co-op.
So for basically a single player update of a game from like the year 2001 or whatever. It's fine. It's not like it didn't. People want it to be like, well, it doesn't sell. I saw a tweet where it said 1%, and it's like, no. It's fine. It's like, yes, it is not doing Roblox numbers,
but I don't want it to do well because I think it's bad.
But like, it's fine. It's doing whatever. It's doing what you would probably expect this product to do on a PlayStation.
Ugh.
But also, it's like they already remastered. Like they gave it the remaster treatment early or in the Xbox One.
Yeah, I was in college.
Like,
I played it. There was a button to go from old to new graphics because it was the same engine and it was perfect. It was absolutely, just go play that one. Play that one. Don't play this. Fuck them. Fuck Halo Studios.
It just seemed, well, I mean, like Halo Studios is just a total clusterfuck.
No,
kind of like has been. And like when I saw someone write out how long 343/Halo Studios has been doing it since like, but it was like 16 years, and I'm like,
they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They've done it. They've been doing this for 16 years, and this is what we have. This is what they've put out in 16 fucking years.
Garbage. Like, they should have ended this franchise when Bungie left. Just straight up.
I feel like people like it's like, oh, 4 wasn't like. But here's as somebody who doesn't really give a shit about Halo. Long before any sort of boycotting, just doesn't. I don't give a shit. Is people being like 4 being like, I guess they made it. It is Halo. It's
4
not
sucks.
Great, but it's whatever.
4 sucks.
And then 5 being like, okay, I guess this is a little bit more Halo.
Yeah,
and then
I'll defend 5.
And then Infinite comes out, and it's like fart noise.
No, I like Infinite, but like they're just like. The public at large has moved on. This is no longer like the big deal G4 covering the midnight release, like game of the year type. It's just not anymore. We've all moved on.
I'm going to shit on boomers later in this episode. But I think that this is millennial slop. This is dog shit to trick millennials into giving you money. This is like thoughtless garbage. Like Halo does not appeal to any new players. It appeals to the people who were teenagers when Halo came out, and that is it. That is solely it. It requires absolutely zero new players.
It was revolutionary at the time. It was groundbreaking at the time. It was something that cannot be replicated anymore because it was sort of just like the quality of the Uncharted campaigns, but for first-person shooters, but it also like taught first-person shooters how to control on console and like the music.
And now
and
like
multiplayer.
Microsoft owns the people who absolutely handed them their lunch regarding how shooters should play on a controller. Like they own Call of Duty now. Like so it's like,
and that's the Halo killer.
So it's like, what fucking purpose does Halo serve now? Other than like, I guess like if you make a thing, some number of millions of people who were teenagers when Halo came out will give you $50 to $80.
It's just one of those things where the culture shifted. People wanted aim down sights. They're trying to shoehorn it back into Halo. It doesn't work. And people, I'm not even like, I know that like first person shooters can sell 20, 30, 40 million copies. Do not get me wrong. First person Bethesda games are in first person. They'll sell 50 million. It seems like people just want third person because they want to see their fucking skins. They want to see the dancing.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I do think that it's like, if that's where you're moving, if the direction that you're moving in is games as a service, which is definitely what they tried to do and kind of like have not been super successful at, yeah, you got to do that for if you're going to do games as a service shit. Like 100%, you need to be able to, if you're trying to sell people, yo, check out this thing you can buy for $15. People have to fucking see the thing that they spent $15 on.
And, of course, there's, like, a bunch of, like, DLC pre-order skins or whatever, which, like, you're never going to see unless you pick up the skull in the campaign that makes it third person, which is also, like, a novelty experience. It's, like, whatever. Here's what I'll say. This is going to be, like, another hour-long conversation that we're going to have to end short, because we have a lot to get to. Microsoft already lost. Xbox lost. They can never win. But it really goes to show you that Sony, like, they had GTA as an exclusive, and then they didn't, but they kept trucking, and they had Crash and they had Spyro, and those were no longer exclusives, and they kept trucking. and then they made Uncharted games, and then they made God of War games, and they kept trucking after those sort of ended, and then they like made Horizon, and they made Spider-Man. Like, they keep trying new things and succeeding, and Microsoft has been stuck in the same rut of like, you had it great back in 06 and 07, but it doesn't matter how good you make those franchises. You're still stuck in 2007. Like, and they tried to buy a bunch of studios, and that isn't going to work. Like, they just need to become Activision. You bought Activision, let the symbiote take you over, and become a publisher.
Yeah.
Just become Activision.
Everybody at the time were like, "Oh man, we're going to get rid of Activision's bullshit, and it's going to be it's good." And it's like, no. Activision has infected Microsoft. Like that. It is Activision now. It is Activision Microsoft.
Yeah, stop making consoles. Just be Activision.
But here's
You'll be
the
so
thing,
much happier.
dude. Obviously Microsoft has been on its back feet regarding consoles
for 15 years.
Not in general, but in consoles specifically for well over a decade now.
Yeah.
And Sony has not been, but you look at like the hardware reality on like how much shit is going to cost and
Grim.
How long the crisis will be, the RAM crisis will be. And like it isn't just like people like rumor mongering. It's like Samsung has this press release of like shit's fucked and won't get unfucked for some time. You go, oh, consoles are probably over, right? Like this is like Nintendo can probably, because it's so weird and its own thing, can probably, and they're already kind of like the cheaper option, even though not that cheap anymore. Can probably weather the storm, but it's like, who the fuck is spending like $1,200 on a PlayStation 6? Nobody. Who?
Nobody.
Nobody is going to do that.
No. There's going to be a real reckoning. There's going to be a push come to shove moment where the 230 million people who bought GTA 5, that number is going to be real small when these consoles are this expensive.
I mean, I think GTA 6 will be fine on these consoles. That the consoles that exist and are going to be sold this year. Yeah, I think it will be fine. I think going forward, next, it's donezo. Like, unless something, like, and listen, things can change. Things do change. But, like, based on our current information, how the fuck do you sell a console now? You can't.
I would not be shocked if these companies move or pivot to, like, a dongle you put in the TV, and it's, like, it's cloud-based, or the TV kind of runs it, and it's just like you just kind of buy the controller and the service,
which is a nightmare. Which is like the nightmare streaming solution that nobody wants, and the companies desperately want. And I think it's like, if that's the case, then it's like, guess I'm playing all indie games from itch.io, I guess, and fuck every like a AAA game, because fuck if I'm doing that.
I think you're kind of already there. I think you've been there.
I mean, that's not true. I have numerous games that I will play this year that are AAA games.
But they're probably like from Japanese publishers.
No, I mean, some of them are. Then like 2 Nintendos, I'm gonna play Control Resonant. And
okay, yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm probably gonna play that Star Wars Racer, and I am like 50-50 on Wolverine.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I'll tell you what is good. I've been playing Splatoon Raiders.
The people crave the Squid Kids.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think Splatoon is a top tier shooter. Like, fundamentally, like, if you have a Gatling gun, you hold down the button and the Gatling gun should just be firing. But for some reason in Splatoon, it like, you have to like hold it, let it go, hold it, let it go, and it like does like small spurts, and it's like, that doesn't feel good. So there are the issues I have with Splatoon, where I'm like, you know, like, movement's not, like, you gotta constantly shoot shit on the ground, and then you go into your squid, and then you glide along the ground, but then you gotta pop up and do it again, and like, that doesn't feel great.
Because you're not using the motion controls, which is how you. No, that's just a good way to play Splatoon.
No, that's not, and that's what I'm complaining about. That's just aiming.
It's so good, Jared.
No, and but this game's good.
I played Splatoon 1 on the Wii U when nobody owned a Wii U, and that is the end of the Splatoons I've played. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, I played Splatoon, and they're like, what? You want more Splatoon? And I'm like, not really.
But this game it's like a grindy roguelite kind of get loot drops of different color quality. grind out some currency, build a thing, upgrade your kit, go out to do more missions. Like that's like a good waste of time when I'm listening to podcasts. And then I've also tried the new Assassin's Creed, and I was really digging it for the first few hours, and then I was like, it's kind of a chore to like get in the boat and sail the boat.
This is what I'm saying, Jared. Fuck that boat shit. That game is good except for all the boat shit, which sucks shit.
I'm there with you. I was just like, I just want to like do like the cool pirate
the boat
stuff.
Stuff has always been bad, and people were like,
tedious.
"This is great. They should make a game about it." And then Ubisoft set up like $1 billion on fire to make Skull and Bones.
Yeah, so I'm at a point where I had a bunch of games, and like I think within like the next week or so, I'm gonna finish them all up and say like, you know what? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I got to get back to that.
You got to get on that. You got to get on that Rebirth train because, dude, it's a pretty long game, and February. I think it's February of next year. It's like we're getting the next one, and you want to be there on day one.
Man, that's the plan. Although, boy, oh boy, are there just so many games coming out over the next.
Yeah, but you can just not play most
months.
of them.
No, but I want to. I'll get to Final Fantasy. That'll be a December, January game.
No, you're gonna wait till December or January to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
No, to finish it.
Dude, because you were so hot on.
I have a deadline. I know.
All right.
I'll get to it. Okay.
Because you're gonna hit Queen's Blood. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna put 3,000 hours into this video game.
We'll see. All right, Grant. Your torrid love affair with Granblue Fantasy Relink.
It's really good. I have finished kind of like so you get through the game, you roll credits, and that the game's not done. Then you get to like, here's chapter 0, and then you play that, and then you finish that, and then you go, okay, well, here's another place where it could be done, but the game's not done. In fact, you're still playing most of the content from the original release and not the Endless Ragnarok like giant like patch like DLC that they sold. There's I've put 40 hours into that game.
Wow.
And there is still so much stuff to do. I've maxed out the level of some of my characters, but just because you max out at level 100, your character is still so far from where it's going to be. Like, I'm at a power level of like 16,000, and then there is shit in that game that that is 5 times, 6 times plus higher power levels than I have. I really love this game. It's so PSO coded. It's so wildly PSO coded. It scratches the itch exactly to how I played Phantasy Star Online. You can so quickly jump into the vast majority of my time has been spent single player, and they have really great CPUs, like gameplay AI, players. It's all great. When you pop your super, they pop the super with you, so it does a bunch of damage to the boss. All that shit's great. If you want to jump in and do just like a quick run with some people, you can do that. And hey, I'm gonna play for 10 minutes with a group of people. That's fine. You can group up with other people and do longer playthroughs. That's all a possibility. You can do all that shit. It's great. Now, here's the part where I think it would hit you. Unfortunately, it doesn't unlock until about 30 hours into the game. They have added basically a roguelike mode that gives you a very much a Hades-like experience of you're getting like random like quests, basically like, okay, here's a boss arena, or here's a survival thing, or go, protect these boxes from enemies type quests. And then you do that, and then you get, okay, here's 2 doors. You got to pick, you want the door that's going to be solve a puzzle, you want to pick the door that's fight a dude. And then throughout them, you basically unlock new perks for that roguelike run. And then you can then get additional things to spend to boost your stats for that roguelike run. It's neat, and it's a good way to, like, if you just need to, like, grind some shit out, that's a good way to do it.
I do like grinding. There's a little bit of grinding in Splatoon Raiders. Sometimes a little bit of grinding is fine. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
I get it.
It's great. You want to talk about podcast games. It is an incredible podcast game. And the other cool thing is that it was originally, I think, just a PS4 game. It's now been moved to the PS5, and with the DLC and stuff, it is also on PC and also on Switch too, and they all can play together. So all that stuff's good. Big thumbs up, Granblue Fantasy. I played the first hour or so of Bayonetta 3, and it's mostly doing the Bayonetta
Finally.
thing, which is good. Here's what I'll say. Like, most of the opening, it did what I expected it to do, which is like goofy fun time, waka waka,
awooga.
Well, sure. But there you have like Enzo doing like his like, I'm walking over here! Which is, enjoyable. I like Italian Americans through a Japanese lens is funny.
We are funny,
The new enemies strike me as PSO-like in a wholly separate way, because Granblue Fantasy is PSO-like in structure and execution. The Bayonetta 3 enemies are nothing like that on that side, but they look so much aesthetically like a PSO enemy. Where I'm like,
you're in heaven. You're in PSO heaven.
It is so PSO adjacent, where I'm just like, man, a bunch of people who grew up playing Phantasy Star Online are making games now. So yeah, Bayonetta 3. I don't know how much time I'm going to put into it. I don't know if I'm going to like finish it or not, but good. It's what I expected it to be, and so that's not a bad thing. I'll check in and I'll chip away at it a little bit more. I want to be able to play as the other lady, because I know there's another lady who's not Bayonetta.
Yes. That is correct. Okay, Grant, would you like to keep talking about games, or would you like to transition into film?
Let's do a quick movie check-in. Okay. I saw that Odyssey, that Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good. I think the dialogue's pretty bad, but
okay.
But everything else is pretty good.
Interesting. So you don't like them saying mom and dad and party and...
No, the thing that no, like that shit's fine. And the them speaking in like generic American, that's fine. That shit's fine. Okay. The part that sucks is being like, yes, my son, mentor, the character that then lent the name to the English word, and of our what I'm trying to remember exactly how it's worded, but it's like our age of bronze is about to collapse. And like that's like straight up getting giggles in the theater, where it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you don't want to do a second take on it. You don't want to do another revision on our age of bronze is about to collapse.
Odysseus, the smartest man I've ever known. Meanwhile, all he does is stupid shit the whole movie. Just making dumb mistake after dumb mistake.
But it looks like incredibly well shot, like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie. Some things where I'm just like, I don't know how you do this unless you are building massive fucking sets. I don't know how this is executed. It's either like you had to have either built massive fucking sets, or you have like the best compositing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like you are doing CG shit that I've never seen ever. Because it all looks very, very seamless. Anne Hathaway doesn't get a ton to do, but she's so fucking good.
Anne Hathaway is a goddess, yes.
It's a good movie. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit weird where it's become a cultural, people want to fight over it. It's culture war shit. I also think it's a little bit weird where it's like, why has our society been like the only people, like there's like 3 people allowed to make these movies and Christopher Nolan's one of them. Why don't we just allow more people to make movies for adults?
I don't know. Here's what I'll say. I think it's a little too long. I don't think it's one of Nolan's best. I really hate that there are not way more IMAX theaters, and I find all the excuses of why we can't build more of them pathetic. I
went to an IMAX theater, and it's one of those, what do they call Limax?
Oh, Limax, yeah.
It's like, it's IMAX adjacent, but you're not getting like the like the 70 millimeter or anything like that. Like, yeah, it's a 2K image, and it looks fine. Let me put it this way: it looks fine, but you can tell that this is not crystal clear sharpness. Like it looks like it's at fucking 1080p. Like, yeah, I know how movies are projected.
The fervor over buying the tickets a year in advance and people going to different state lines or whatever is because there is a lack of
proper IMAX.
Yeah, it's a whole supply and demand thing.
They need to get better about that. I also think people should maybe be a little bit less weird about it.
That's never going to happen.
Like, listen, I understand, like, hey, if you have the opportunity to see it in, like, really nice screens and really nice audio and yada, 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 like, yeah, sure, great, do it. You should do it. That's good. It's a good movie to do that, too. But, like, if you're just seeing it at a pretty good regular theater, it still looks pretty good. It's a pretty good looking movie. You'd have a good time. Just go see it.
I would pay a lot of money to go see Tenet again in 70mm. The Dark Knight was fucking... That was the best movie-going experience of my life, seeing it.
Yes, but like you could just watch a 4K Blu-ray on your giant fucking TV, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna look fucking better than the fucking theater.
Yeah.
So like, just do that.
Culture war shit. I cannot believe people have not learned the lesson. Just ignore them, because they're probably bots. Just stop. Just stop making fun of them. Stop repost. Like, just ignore them, and they'll go away. But it seems like everyone is like, well, we gotta fucking talk about this culture war. It's like, no, we don't. No, we don't. There's like 2% of like all people actually actively being like, just
and like
fucking ignore them.
It's doing fine. Like, it's selling tickets. People are watching the movie. It's okay.
No, but even like the dunking, it's like it's made $1 billion. It's like, take that, you fucking nerds. It's like,
oh, I don't need to defend or like root for Christopher Nolan to make certain thresholds, but it's like, as long as it like the whatever, like, bigots aren't like making it so movies can't get made, and they're not. They don't have that power. Like, they don't have the ability to do that. They don't have the numbers to do that. So like, fuck off. It's pretty good. It's far from perfect, but I'm very glad that I went and saw it. So like, good job. Brought me to the movies. I also watched yesterday Project Hail Mary, and I think it's totally okay and wildly overhyped.
That's another good one. I like that one.
It's totally fine. I think Ryan Gosling is plenty charming.
Yep.
I think the puppet, the rock puppet, good.
Amaze.
But here's the thing. People way outside of like nerd circles were like, Grant, you have to see.
It's a crowd pleaser. It's a very...
And I'm like, well, fuck. Everybody, all these like normies are telling me to go see this movie. Okay. And I said, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This is good. Like, it's just fine. There's nothing to write home about. It's a totally reasonable, good movie. Definitely not a great movie.
The same author of the novel and the same adapter screenwriter of the film also did The Martian, which I think it's better.
Oh, I would say significant. I have just, in the last couple of months, seen The Martian, and The Martian is significantly better than this. Like, by a lot.
Yeah, people just really like Ryan Gosling. That I think that's what
Ryan Gosling is good, but also Matt Damon fucking crushes in The Martian.
People really like to try to get him home, like in World War II and in space.
Like that one guy where they wanted to get him home.
Yeah.
Because all his brothers died. But yeah, movies. Turns out they still make them.
Yeah, I saw Disclosure Day. That's very, very good. That's some good Spielberg shit. I saw the new Spider-Man. That's pretty good. Yeah. I
watched for the first time in a long time Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh my god.
I knew. Listen, I've seen it plenty. I've seen it plenty, but it has been a long time since I've seen it.
Classic.
And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, there's some sexy stuff. Like Jessica Rabbit, I know. That movie is so horny. It's horny all the fucking time. It never stops being horny.
Yep.
Robert Zemeckis has a thing, and I'm weirdly horny on my films.
Oh, dude, speaking of Robert Zemeckis being horny, a couple days ago, Katie and I watched What Lies Beneath.
Okay. How was that?
I don't want to call it a bad movie, but it is very entertaining and very of the time and very high concept twisty, lots of red herrings, lots of like, I know it's PG-13, but man, Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer are really trying to get that R.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't put that on the top of your like must-watch list when it comes to even Zemeckis. Death Becomes Her is just...
I kind of want to watch the Welcome to Marwencol documentary and then watch his weird like adaptation of the documentary back to back. Yeah. Like it's it's weird enough. Like, obviously, like that, it's like a real person, and like yada yada yada, the documentary. But like having listened to Blank Check talk about his adaptation, I kind of don't want to. I don't need to see any Robert Zemeckis movies that I haven't already seen. But that's kind of like the one where I'm like, I kind of want to see this, even though like it isn't like well loved or anything. I think it kind of flopped.
Yeah.
But that seems so weird that I do kind of want to see what he did. And then obviously, like, he spent like fucking 15 years making garbage mocaps and stuff that nobody wants to see.
Yeah, after having seen Death Becomes Her, there's a Broadway musical of it, and I really want to see that.
Yeah. My wife has seen recently the Zemeckis film.
It's good stuff. There's even a Back to the Future musical. I haven't seen that.
That does sound. I don't know how you adapt it. I guess you
just had songs.
You just.
That's it. You just add songs. Let's do the time warp again. I mean, that's
I guess it's like, hey, is it like a jukebox music? Like, are they playing Chuck Berry songs? Like, is that what they're doing?
I would imagine it's a mix.
Okay.
I'd have to imagine it's a mix.
Because you can't do the fucking duck walking shit and not be like, okay, we're gonna put it to a Chuck Berry song.
Yeah. All right, so let's transition back to games real quick. I just have a couple other things I just wanted to sort of scratch off.
Yeah.
There are a ton of DLC characters in the new Sonic Racing's Cross Worlds.
Right, because it's supposed to be like a metaverse type thing where like all your favorites are here.
Yeah, each lap, you go through a portal into a different racetrack. So like each racetrack is only like so long because it's like you're constantly just going to other racetracks. So you familiarize yourself with them, and then it's like a mix and match kind of thing.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles, Angry Birds, Super Monkey Ball, soon to be Crazy Taxi, soon to be Samba de Amigo. Hatsune Miku's in it, SpongeBob's in it. I think the Minecraft characters are coming to it. Lots of Sonic, lots of Sega. Joker from Persona. The guy from Yakuza, whose name I forget.
Goro Majima?
It's him and the other guy. It's like the pirate dude and the guy with the white suit. Yeah.
You mean Kiryu?
Yeah,
the main guy?
Yeah, the main guy.
Okay. I was trying to think about like who has Kiryu has a weight suit.
Because then there's a guy with like an afro in like in the new one.
Oh yeah, sure.
But I don't think he's in that.
Right.
And that's
Ichiban is his name.
Ichiban, that's right. So that's something I kind of chip away at. Over the break, I played both SteamWorld Dig games, and I kept hearing that they were like some of the best Metroidvanias ever.
They're so good. I wouldn't call them Metroidvania, but they're so good. They're good digging games.
They're very good, but people I kept hearing that they were like God's gift to Earth, and I was like, let's slow down.
I would never call them Metroidvania games. Maybe 2 is a little bit more Metroidvania.
Yeah, 2 is a little. Yeah.
I would never call them Metroidvania games, or like primarily that. They are digging games. I like games where you dig. So
but
like,
they're really fun.
Let me tell you, put it this way: I don't really want to play a Metroidvania, but I do want to play SteamWorld Dig. So that should tell you everything you need to know.
They're really fun.
Yeah, they're really good.
You should want to play more Metroidvanias. And then I started playing Final Fantasy X.
You having a good time?
When it gets to the combat, I'm having a great time. And I like the fucking orbs in the grid when you're like leveling people up. That's cool.
Very good.
I find it very manageable. Like, it is not overwhelming in the slightest. I find the parts where you're walking around, sometimes it's like really linear, and sometimes it's like it seems like it's linear, but like it seems like there's like more depth. And so like, that, like, I'm trying to like figure out, I'm like, should I just keep exploring or should I just keep following the main path? Because there's always like an arrow pointing you in a direction. Here's my issue. This game might win the award for please let me skip cutscenes, because Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Like, I will put the controller down for like 30 minutes and it'll just run cutscenes and I'll just do other stuff. And then it's like, oh, time to play. I'm like, oh, finally. It's like I was waiting for the game to load.
Jared, they had an entire DVD to fill up. They have to use it.
No, they don't.
Sick cutscenes.
So it really is a momentum killer when I'm trying to sit there and play, and it's like after like one fight, it's like time for 15. I'm like, no, just let me fucking skip the fucking cutscene.
Which is interesting because Kingdom Hearts also will just talk at you for 40 minutes.
You can skip those cutscenes. even from the very like the originals, is like, yeah, you can just skip them.
I just like it's so wild to be like, yeah, I'm uninterested in all of the parts that make it like noteworthy. It's like, oh, okay, well,
it makes it fucking boring.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm not super shocked that is your take, that you don't like the anime shit.
I mean, listen, it's maybe my favorite Final Fantasy. No, 7 remake. Sorry, 7 remake. But don't get me wrong. Even the original Paper Mario games, there's a lot of like, I'm hitting A to get through the text, and the text is very funny. But at a certain point, like, come on.
Oh, there's a lot of like. Let me put it this way: if the dialogue is good, I will play a whole game that's just dialogue, like a Disco Elysium. But when the dialogue is dog shit and is irrelevant to the rest of it, like I spend a lot of time skipping dialogue in Granblue Fantasy Relink because none of that shit fucking matters. It's total gobbledygook. It's written poorly and it's meaningless.
Like, to me, that's like a majority of all games ever created are like kind of in that camp where it's like, there's a bell curve of like really bad to mediocre to like really good. And I just feel like with games, it's like maybe the bell curve's not in the middle.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, I'm playing the ones that I'm gravitating are the ones where they're taking like the storytelling and like specifically like the dialogue stuff seriously. I do think that a problem that you get with a lot of like JRPGs is they do a lot of like navel gazing, like, oh, the fifth kingdom, like the king of the eighth kingdom came down on the crystal, and it's like, fuck off, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm trying to play the game, like. Be a game I can play. Don't sit there and
like, I'm all for dialogue and I'm all for long cutscenes, but they have to be good is the problem, and lots of them are not good.
Very rarely are they good.
And that's why Kojima should have full, hour and a half cutscenes of him doing the dumbest bullshit imaginable, and I will sit there and watch all of it.
He lets you skip them though. Thank God.
Why would you? It's so good.
All right. Let's get to it. We got to the end. We don't have a quiz. We don't have a game. We're here to talk about one specific TV show. Grant, tell me how far you've gotten in Widow's Bay.
I have finished Widow's Bay.
Hell yeah.
I think that it is overrated.
Wow.
I think so. Here's my core problem: the main guy,
played by Matthew Rhys,
sucks, and I hate when he's on screen.
Wow.
I can't wait for him to not be on the screen anymore.
Wow.
He's on the screen. He is reverse Poochie.
Wow.
When he is on the screen, I cannot. I'm asking, when will he leave? Fucking hate it. Like, he is a terrible character, a bad character.
Wow.
And listen, you can have a bland protagonist character. Like, listen, not to make everything. And I also think that the comparisons to Twin Peaks is overstated. But Dale Cooper is kind of like a relatively straight-laced, like, straight man in Twin Peaks, and every time he's not on screen, you're like, fucking give me more Dale Cooper, Dale Cooper, Dale Cooper, Dale Cooper, because he fucking rules. And every time the main character is on the screen, I'm just like, oh, this fucking asshole. Oh, I hate him.
But he's the mayor.
Yeah, he's a really shitty mayor. He's so bad as a mayor. He's so bad at it.
Yeah.
The Kate O'Flynn, I think is the actress's name, who plays the assistant, the mayor's assistant, rules.
Yes.
Every time she's like the main character, the 2 episodes where she is the main character,
those are the best. Those are the best episodes.
The best episodes in the series, by a lot.
Yeah.
Which is to say that they're not really all that much like the rest of the series, and it's like, oh, if it was less like this, it would be better.
I wanted you to get to that 4th episode, which is all about her, because like it is impossible to not fall in love with that character.
So I think that like that's a good episode. I think the slasher episode is my favorite of.
That's
the
a lot of fun.
I thought was really good. Her with the shotgun at the end. Oh my god! Like that. Like this is like the comedy horror that I've signed up for.
Yep, super funny.
Like that's some real like Shaun of the Dead type stuff.
Yep, I knew you would like. Not just the whole thing, but like I knew you would enjoy certain parts of it that are like the standouts, the highlights.
And like, listen, are there weird like townsfolk that are good and funny and weird? Yeah, yes, there are.
They're great.
Stephen Root is. I mean, listen, I don't know if Stephen Root's ever been bad in anything.
Never. I've never seen him be bad in anything.
he's pretty good. I just think I'm like News Radio, Office Space. Those are the real obvious ones.
Barry.
He's just really good. He's just a really good hey, do you need a character actor? Fucking hire Stephen Root
every time.
He's great. I would say most of the mayoral staff are pretty okay.
Yeah, I like them.
But man, the main character is such a fucking snooze fest.
Now, is it because it's Matthew Rhys, or doesn't matter who played that character, you would still dislike them?
I don't really know his filmography that well, so maybe he might be a totally fine actor, and they're just asking him to do really annoying fucking things.
Ooh, he is one of the most well-respected and prestigious actors in TV. He was on The Americans.
He's just executing a really fucking annoying role. That might be the case.
He's Perry Mason. He's married to Kerry Russell. He was the guy who drops the cocaine in Cocaine Bear from the plane.
I think that it's I would say it's very uneven. I think it has some very high highs, and a lot of the time I'm just like, okay, let's get to oh my god, it does the thing. It does the thing in the second season of Severance does, where there's that whole episode that is giving you context outside of the main story, but it's setting you up for additional stuff. Dog, we need to stop. We need to write a letter to Tim Apple and say, you must, if you are doing, here is setting up some background stuff, you must intercut that with a B plot. There must be other stuff happening when you're setting this shit up. You cannot give me a full episode of here's some fucking background shit. It's so boring.
You know Tim Apple is stepping down, right?
Yeah. But
who's the new guy? We got to make fun of him.
Tim Apple.
All right.
But it's we can't do this. It's I understand that you're but this is my authorial intent. That's great. It's so boring to watch. And it's it would be fine if you had all of that content, all of that information. You have to intercut it with something that's more interesting.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Betty Gilpin, who plays the wife in the flashback stuff. Mm-hmm. When she's laying in bed and the guy sneaks into the room and she's like, no, not me, next to me. The guy's like, oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Just these tiny little comedic moments that
they do some good stuff.
Funny.
Him in the coffin when they're in the boat.
Yep.
Right. That stuff's good.
That stuff is great.
But you gotta be punchier, man. That's really, it's so drawn out.
I had a great time.
I think it's fun. I also think it's weird, because I think when I have heard other things that are here are these Apple TV, Apple gave them a bunch of money to make this wild fucking bullshit, Severance and Pluribus. I've watched it and I've been all the way on board. The way on board. This is great. This is it's fine. It is high highs and pretty low lows. I also watched the first episode of For All Mankind, and this is the part where I'm going to shit on boomers. If I have to hear John F. Kennedy say one more fucking word in a movie or TV show, we get it. The president died. It broke their brains, and we're still suffering from it. I'm so tired of baby boomers having their brains broken that John F. Kennedy got shot. It sucks, dude. It's so bad. And I think a lot of the jerking off to the 60s is I'm done. I don't care. I have seen so many movies set during this fucking era of baby boomers just jerking off to their youth. And I just am so over it.
Boy, we have our second clip for social. How many X-Files episodes did you have to slog through about that fucking assassination?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. We get the guy died. People die. Political assassinations happen. Get the fuck over it. The whole generation, get over it.
But he was good, and the person who replaced him was bad.
oh, I have the opposite feelings. And I mean, listen, LBJ is also bad, but re-Vietnam, but he's much more effective in domestic policy.
Yeah, he signed in a lot of like civil rights stuff, actually, you know.
But like, no, like, listen, I understand that I also feel like to some extent, like, hilariously, the people whose brains broke the most about 9/11 are not like our generation who like came of age or were young during when it happened.
And then make jokes about it.
The people whose brains it broke are like Gen X and boomers. Like, that's what broke their fucking brains. Like look, talk about like Frank Miller, like completely like had like a lost decade because he lost his mind when 9/11 happened and just had to be like, well, I have to make comics about slaughtering Arabs.
Do you think it's the asbestos or like the microplastics,
the lead,
or the lead? What's going on?
I don't know, but it really fucking broke their brains. And I swear to God, if I have to hear John F. Kennedy talk about going to the moon one more time.
Well, you picked a show that is literally about that. So.
Well, I guess, but it's like, the whole thing is like, it kind of does the Fallout thing where it's like, okay, it picks a point in time and then diverges in our history and then diverges and then plays that out in like well into the future, like long, long, long into the future. And it's, you know, like, listen, it's like the people who made it. I'm like, okay, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, those are pretty good. I like those things. And so I'm like, okay, sci-fi thing, like, it starts with an alternate history and then progresses throughout. They're like, you know, now we're on fucking Mars and yada, yada, yada. It's really just the intro. I was just like, oh, this is boomer shit the entire time.
That's so funny.
But, you know, what else is good on Apple TV?
I hear great things about Slow Horses. That's a spy show set in England with Gary Oldman. I mean, I watched a miniseries on Netflix called Death by Lightning I really enjoyed about the assassination of
John F. Kennedy.
Garfield. Okay. And that is based on a true story, which is one of the most insane. No. It's one of the most insane stories, like beat for beat, I've ever heard. And the show doesn't even do the real story justice because, like, there's a crazy man for crazy reasons who shot the president, but it was the quack doctors that really did him in. And the show kind of doesn't even have time to go over the quack doctors who, like, took over the White House. And, like, that whole thing is mind blowing. But that show was really great. But you don't have Netflix. You only have Apple.
No, I've been unsubscribed to Netflix for some time. People like Shrinking.
People do like Shrinking. That's on my list.
I don't know. It's like a Harrison Ford joint, right?
Therapy, dramedy kind of thing. Yeah, with Jason Segel.
We're already doing The Sopranos, which is like a therapy show. I don't know if I need another therapy show right now.
There's a smaller show that I was interested in because of the premise. It's called Sunny. It is with Rashida Jones, and she has like a robot detective partner. She's in Japan. I think she's trying to find her missing husband. I'm not sure if it's like amazing, but I was like, oh, I'd watch that.
I also heard people speak pleasantly about Margot's Got Money Trouble.
Yes.
But I watched like the first like 25 minutes and I was like, I think I'm going to watch something else.
You don't want to watch Elle Fanning do OnlyFans? To support her newborn baby?
Like, I was not jiving with it. Maybe it gets better afterwards. Like maybe there's other cool stuff, but it's like if your thing doesn't get me in the first half hour or so, it can be like, do I want to continue sinking time into this when there's a billion other things to do?
Boy, the attention spans of the youth these days. You know what I'm telling you, folks.
They keep making stuff, and then everybody's like, "You haven't seen Jerk Off Island?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't seen Jerk Off Island. There's 8 billion TV shows."
What if I were to pitch a show to Amazon Prime called Jerk Off Island?
We call it Fuck Island.
Oh my god! Wait. Here's how we're gonna end the podcast. I'm watching 30 Rock with Katie. She's never seen 30 Rock. And 30 Rock is very good at predicting the dumbest TV shows and movies to be made. Like, it's one of those Simpsons things where it's like, yeah, they already made fun of that, 20 years ago, like President Trump. And there's a fake show on there that they try to get Jerry Seinfeld to promote. So they end up using like CG, which I guess now is AI. And they include him into MILF Island, which ended up being a real show called MILF Manor. And she's like wait, did they know about that? I'm like, no, this was made in like the early 2000s. Like, they were making fun of it. And then people in real executive positions went, what if we did make MILF Island and just change the name? That is like, like people were making fun of Miniature Wife, the movie about the miniature wife. And it was like, that's a 30 Rock bit, right? Like, they had to have made that up on 30 Rock.
But it's also, I think didn't that literally happen with the Halloween Medea movie where like Chris Rock was making up bullshit, was dunking on Tyler Perry, and with like, boo, a Medea Halloween, and Tyler
then they ended up making
that sounds great. Can I buy that from you?
Yeah, I mean it happens. I mean, like Ted Lasso started as a jokey like short film commercial, making fun of like what if an American football coach coached soccer for like the World Cup or whatever, and it was just an advertisement, and it was just making like puns, and then it took forever, but they eventually made that into a real show, and now it's fucking Ted Lasso. Which is coming back.
I think the first 2 seasons of Ted Lasso, and I think that it's like charming, but it's so insipid. It's so just do you want 30 minutes of sugar water?
They definitely kind of start to pivot in season 3. I think they took the criticisms to heart. They were like, okay, we need like conflict again. Like we need to like make this a real
something. It can't just be like Jason Sudeikis like looking into the camera and being like, you should believe in yourself.
So this new season is women's soccer. So it's like a whole new cast of players and some new coaches, and it's about like the women's league. But really, it's because they parked a Banks truck next to the Sudeikis home and said, hey, we hear you're paying $27,000 in child support a month. And he's like,
but also doesn't the American women's soccer team, don't they like whip ass?
Oh, IRL, the American women's team is been the best for
like
30.
Like people joke about America sucking at soccer, but they like legitimately crush, right? Like they're some of the best in the world.
Over the last 35 years, we have been the best team by far. I think we've won half of the World Cups, maybe more. Like we're legit like
the
best.
Rest of the world doesn't give a shit about women's soccer, and we were just like, yeah, sure, give them some money and let them kick the ball.
Women's World Cup winners. We won it 91, 99, 2015, 2019. Otherwise, it's been Norway, Germany, Japan. So, like, a couple of the countries care, but we've won the most. We're the best.
They're sports.
We're number one.
But no, Widow's Bay, if you have Apple TV, don't subscribe to Apple TV to watch. Although they just keep handing out Apple TV. I literally bought an Apple gift card at some point, and they were just like, do you want 2 months?
Oh, yeah.
Apple TV?
Anytime anyone buys a new thing.
Sure.
Anytime anyone in our family buys like a new Apple product, they're like, here's 3 free months. And we're like, all right.
Has anybody ever paid for a month of Apple TV? Is what I want to know. Is anybody paying them money for the Apple TV shows, or are they just giving it away for free?
Say what you will about child labor laws. At least Apple seems to be like against AI, and they're very generous by just pumping in infinite money into like art and just not expecting a return on investment.
Well, maybe they're against AI in their Apple TV programming, but they are all the way in AI on their hardware products, unfortunately.
Well, that's it. That's the show, everyone. Thank you for listening. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming. It's going to be us for the next several weeks. And Grant, can people email us if they want to email us?
They can. I'm trying to think that. Let me bring up the because there's a specific email that I would get, but I don't ever. Let me see. Groups.google.com.
I would love nothing more than for people to email us questions, and we can just do a mailbag episode, so we don't have to think about like our topics. That'd be great.
You could email podcast@videogame.town if you would like to email us.
There you go. Thank you for listening this far. And for those who are still listening, not only do we salute you, but you can email in. We'll read your email. You want to describe how a bomb is made? We don't care. We'll read it.
Don't do that. Like it is like don't make me tap the don't get the Discord rated sign. But yeah, podcast at videogame.town. I will get those if you send them. So please be chill and don't send me too much garbage. My inbox is already really insufferable. But also, if you'd like to give us some money, you go to videogame.town/donate. You can find our Patreon for $5 a month. You can get a bonus podcast, the one that just came out, featuring none other than Rob Webster, somebody I podcasted with for over a decade. Let's talk about a long time. It's great. He's very British, so if you want to hear some British video game talk and him going all the way off the grid, check that out at videogame.town/donate. You can also give us some money if you don't want to subscribe. You can just give us $10. That would be nice with our Ko-fi. And then if you don't have any spare cash, you can still help us by giving us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That would be very much appreciated.
Hello, governor.
Oi, bruv.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that with you
it's good.
And Rob. What do you guys talk about?
He has gotten into physical media. He's also gotten into physical emulators.
Ooh.
We talk a lot about that. And we talk about how he has kind of drifted away from mainstream gaming into more like niche stuff.
Good for him. All right. Well, that's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.